to bring up Marcella to say a word of welcome.
Thank you, Courtney. I like a sage. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I can be a teacher and ask you to be quiet. All right, so this is our official kickoff of the 2024-2025 programming season, and we have a fantastic season for you. Not only for those who are seasoned speakers and already have a business of speaking or coaching or training, but also if you are thinking about starting your speaking business, this is the place for you. On your tables, you have flyers that I hope you take with you. You have our entire programming for chapter meetings, which all of them happen here in this room once a month. You also have information about membership, and you have information about Speaker University. If you're just starting in your speaking career, your speaking business, the Speaker University is for you. Tonight, we have an excellent group of guest panelists. And I want, number one, for all of you who are here as our guest panelists to please just quickly stand up. Thank you. Thank you so much. You have no idea how lucky you are, because these folks are at the top of their industry and they're volunteering tonight. And so you will have a chance not only to hear from them at your tables. You are not moving. The guest panelists will move from table to table, so you don't have to move. But you will have 12 minutes to ask them anything and hear directly from them. We also have master classes, masterminds. I already talked about Speaker University. Kate is going to be at a table talking about the Phil M. Jones Speaking Master Business Retreat. For those of you who want to go global with your speaking business. And we also have Chitra, who's going to talk about Speaker University for those of you who are just starting your speaking career. I am honored and glad to be here. As Courtney said, when I first came to NSA New York for the first time, I had just moved to New York City from Nashville, Tennessee. And you know how hard it is to make friends as an adult? Well, this was 5 years ago, and now I have 60 new best friends, and I already have a new jazz teacher who put me on stage in Denver at Influence, and she doesn't know that my dream as a 15-year-old girl was to dance on Broadway, but she is going to get me there. So, all right, everybody, well, have a wonderful afternoon. Make sure you eat, make sure you enjoy, get to know new people, and I'm going to throw it back to Courtney.
To invite them all to come up, to give a short introduction, who you are, what you're here to share this evening, and what we can expect from you tonight. So Marissa, I'm going to hand the mic to you, and thank you so much for sharing.
Hi everyone! I'm Marissa Eigenbrud. I'm the president of Smith Publicity, a book publicity and marketing agency. I've been there for 15 years, my entire career at the company. And we work with so many nonfiction authors who are speakers, who are coaches, who are consultants, and how your book is such an important component of your platform and what it means to really not just launch a book, but build a legacy in what you do too. So I'm just really excited to share as much as I can with all of you today. Thank you.
12 minutes flat.
Let's practice.
You're not supposed to speak with food in your mouth, but I'm going to do so. Right from me. It's a pleasure and honor to be here today. My name is Ramon Ray, publisher of zoneofgenius.com, and I believe I'm an unorthodox speaker. Unorthodox speaker because my revenue does not just come from speaking. In fact, sometimes I don't even know if I am a professional speaker standing in this lineup of amazing people. But I produce events, I produce conferences, I have a daily show on USA Today, and I think the biggest thing I can do today is help people understand how to have fun, take themselves not too seriously, and to make revenue with communication. Pleasure to be here. I love this, and I'm so excited to do all of you, especially like Lee Hayes is just like a ninja in a bottle, and Lee Hayes is just a bottle.
She's a ninja in a bottle, let's get you a speaking gift.
Hi, I'm Ninja Lee Hayes. And Ramon Ray absolutely is a professional speaker. I've seen you speak in front of hundreds and thousands of people, and I've put you on some of those stages and you're fantastic. Anyway, I am a speaker manager, which is different than an agent or a bureau, but I do represent 20 speakers. I am not a speaker myself. People go, well, then Lee, how can you work with speakers or teach speakers? It's because I work with professional speakers. And my speakers range from fees of $2,500 to now $100,000. So, and yes, I do place them frequently at that price. So I've seen the gamut of speakers just starting and speakers nailing it. And it breaks my heart when somebody's a fabulous speaker and they're missing something. They're missing that thing that's going to put them on a stage. So that's what I want to share with you tonight is how do you get on that stage? How do you go to the next level of that stage? So looking forward to every table.
Thank you, Lee, Ninja Lee. Hello, everyone. My name is Mirjana Novkovic. I've been in the speaking industry for 25 years. I worked for one of the top global agencies for 16 years, the Harry Walker Agency. And I did marketing there, and then I worked for a speaker manager, Tony D'Amelio. Do you know Tony? Yeah. And where I sit, my company is called Speaker Story Bank, and I started Speaker Story Bank because it's the stories and strategies that we need to share about all of you to penetrate a very saturated marketplace. That is what's going to get the attention of great managers, of great agents, and it's the one thing that now I'm seeing more of, but when I started my company about 4 years ago, there wasn't enough of that kind of idea. And so we're going to talk more about that curation. And the big question I'm going to ask all of you to think about is, are you a Monday morning speaker? I don't mean the speaker that you would put on a stage on Monday morning to, wow the crowd and get them going. I'm talking about, are you the speaker that if you send content to a busy manager or an agent on a Monday morning potentially, knowing that they have to make cold calls, they have to reach out to their own marketplace, but you're going to send them something of relevance, something that's ripped from the headlines, something like loneliness epidemic is happening, you have a topic that you can share that Lee would be like sending it out to somebody else saying, hey, you might not even be looking for this speaker, but put them on your radar because here's a content piece that I know will help your son John, who's going off to college, and maybe loneliness is a big thing out there. And so it's helpful, right? These are the kinds of curated pieces that I want to talk about and help you get through in terms of this saturated marketplace. So I look forward to sharing all that with you and your question.
Hi everyone, my name is Golda, and I'm a podcast producer. I'm so glad to hear you talk about stories because that's what I do. I produce stories and I produce the people who tell those stories. I've been doing that for 25 years for a lot of brand name BBC, NPR type things, and now I do it for myself and maybe you guys. But I can talk about podcasting in two ways. One is if you're speaking on a podcast as a guest, and one is if you're hosting a podcast as the person who really owns that topic and who owns that relationship with the audience. And I'd love to talk a little bit more about a relationship with the audience, which in podcasting might be slightly different than what you're used to, or is very unique one way or the other, because it really is a very strong and intimate and powerful relationship if you know how to leverage it. So in podcasting, you are speaking powerfully to one person at all times. And that's a little bit different than what's happening here, but it's a skill that can totally be learned. I'd also love to talk about sort of why you're doing a podcast, why you're on a podcast, why you're hosting a podcast, and how that really fits in or matches up to why they're listening to you. So that's a really, something to think about. Why do people want to listen to you? What is it, what is the value that you're bringing to them? I love audio. I'm a complete nerd. I can bore you to tears if I need to, but I hope I can sort of bring that enthusiasm for audio to you guys as well tonight.
I think I attracted you because I'm just about to launch my podcast. And maybe all of you because I want to do all the things you're talking about. So hi everyone, I am Chitra Roshnani. I joined the NSA last year and I am here as a graduate of the Speaker University program. Who here wants to learn more about this business of speaking? Raise your hand if you do. Who wants to make all that money that they're talking about and have those podcasts and know exactly how to deliver that amazing talk? Right, so many of us do. And I joined this program, well, let me tell you a little bit about who I am before that. I I'm a speaker, I'm an author, I wrote a book last year called The Warrior Mindset, and so the natural next step progression for me was to get on the stage and speak. So I sat there one day and I was like, I need to find somebody who's gonna help me do this. And I met my friend Kate at a networking event, and I was like, how are you doing all these amazing things? I need to know more. And she said, Speaker University, get into NSA, this is the place to be. And she said, you need to talk to Casey. And Casey's now, if you don't know, she's not here today, but she's the dean of Speaker University. And she goes, you need to meet with Casey. And the next day I go to another networking event, and who do I meet? No one else but Casey. She goes, hi, I'm Casey. I'm like, not Casey Carpenter. So I talk about intuition. I'm also a medium and an intuitive healer, and I teach you how to attract things you want, just like I attracted NSA at Speaker University. So a little bit about Speaker University, real quick. I won't keep it too long. I know I'm going over already, but it is a place where you will not only get to meet other like-minded people and build a community of speakers, but we're still like besties, all of us. Speaker U, raise your hand if you were in Speaker U. Yeah, not everybody's here today, but there were like 13, 14 of us. And we really bonded, and we support each other, and we pull each other through and mastermind together sometimes. And it is an amazing, amazing process of learning to master your talk, and then practice it, and then go on stage and deliver it with experts like Caitlin and Robin and all these amazing people who will lift you up and empower you to be even better than you are today. So that's about Speaker U. If you're thinking about it, don't think twice, just do it.
I'm Kate Donovan. I was not planning on being at a table today, but there were 7 tables and 6 panelists, so you've got me. Lucky you. I am a speaker, podcaster, and author, so I kind of cover all of the topics. And I also teach at Speaker U, so. But I will be at this middle table, and I can talk about the Phil Jones Mastermind for speakers that are further along in their careers or are looking for the next level up. Something I highly, highly recommend. And I can also just be there for any of the things that you're like, oh my God, I just learned 14 things and I don't know how to end. What do I do first and where do I go? Happy to answer those questions too. Back to you, Courtney. Vanna White.
Alright, yes, Vanna White. Alright, well thank you to everyone for being here. Thank you for volunteering your time. We're very much looking forward to hearing from you. And what we're going to do next is each panelist is going to sit at a table, and they are going to move from table to table this evening. So they're going to have 12 minutes to share information, to answer your questions, and I really hope you enjoy meeting all of them. But before we get started, I do see a lot of familiar faces in the room. It's so nice to be back, like I said, and to see all of the old friends we've got here. But I'd like for everyone new who is joining us for the first time, if you wouldn't mind standing up so that we can see you and welcome you to this evening. Thank you so much for spending the time to be here. From you wonderful people. So we're going to send out an email after this event with everyone's LinkedIn profile, everyone's contact info. So if you are a guest, make sure we've got your email address. You can leave it up here at the front so that we can send you that information. So thank you very much. And everybody, wasn't this fun? I hope everyone learned so much. It was a blast. I hope you met some fantastic people. And if you enjoyed yourself this evening, then we want to invite you to come back, because I said this is the kickoff event for a year of fantastic programming. And we're going to talk for just a hot second about what we've got in store. So Chitra, hey, you're head of the line.
Okay, so I think I spoke at every table about this, but if you are excited and ready to join Speaker U, let's see some hands wave. You know where to find me after. I'll give you my digital info and we can connect. But the deadline, I want to make sure everyone knows, is the early bird special. And
Is that no? No, this one is full.
Okay, so the early bird special
Is up here.
is up here. Thank you very much. Okay, early bird special, $12.97 until 9/14. This one is August 31st. You have 14 more days.
That's members, right?
That's for members, and then early bird for non-members is $19.97. So you see, there's a very big incentive.
There's a membership size difference.
Yes, and I joined Speaker U and NSA together, and it's an amazing decision for me. So I highly encourage you to check it out and join and make some amazing friends and find the confidence to ask for big bucks for your speeches and your talks and your workshops, and just go out there and shine. So thank you.
All right, and then Kate, if you'd share for a moment about the Phil Jones Mastermind and what people can expect there.
We don't exactly know yet. Still working out the details, you guys. Just I'll get back to you on that. So, but Phil Jones is one of the best speakers in coast. He has built an incredible business. He now has many streams of income that add up to lots and lots of numbers. And not only that, but he is a genius business person. So at the Phil Jones Mastermind, you will sit around a table and you will share your business with Phil, and he will pick it apart until he finds the piece that is the most valuable, the easiest to build, and the easiest to grow. I literally did this, gave my money, went, sat there for a day, and right afterwards made 10 times what I invested within the first 6 months. And then I called him and I was like, Phil, guess what I did? He was like, yeah, that's cool. You should just go do it again now. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize I could repeat it. Oh, just now you're really blowing my mind. So this year we're doing it a little bit more special. It's going to be up in Hudson. It's going to be a 2-day event, so sleepover. Thursday and Friday at the end of January. There will be an application process. This is for later stage speakers or business people. This is not your first 2 or 3 years speaking. This is maybe you're 5 years in. You're making a consistent speech. You have an audience, you know your talk, and you know that you could get to the next level if you had somebody pointing out to you exactly what you need to grow. So stay tuned for more on that. But if you are at that place in your business and you don't do this, I think it's like you're never going to get access to it as cheap as you're going to get it through us. And it's almost ridiculous to not do it if you can. So there's that. Can you answer where the money goes? The money? I'm not a Broadway star, can you tell? The money, this is very special. We had a big conversation with Phil this year about what we were going to do. And we've decided to open up 10 memberships for people in your 30s who want to become speakers. This will be happening on a recommendation basis only from our members. So if you have somebody that you want to be a member and they would love to be a speaker and they maybe can't afford the NSA, the money that we raise from doing this will pay their membership for a full year. 10 of them.
Awesome, thank you, Kate. So I'm going to bring up Anna to talk about our mentorship program, as if some of this program wasn't enough. So if you can share, exactly, right? So if you can share what the mentorship program is and how people can apply.
Yes, so my name is Anna George, and I'm in the board of directors of the English for Mentorship Program. So what is that? So who is not convinced to become a member, now is your turn, because this is, I'm going to talk to who are the members. So today, August 16 until 1 month, September 16, is open. The registration to have and to be part of the mentorship program. Okay, so scale, right? So now, what is that? Let me explain in 1 minute, very quick. So this is about to have the opportunity to have 1 hour a month, a mentorship from a speaker that is invited only, and you knew like all the speakers here that have 10 years plus and get these 6 figures on keynotes, you will have 1 hour per month with them to learn how to scale your business, right? And this is a part for the members only. So the condition is you have to be a member, okay? So scan, you can apply. So the application, because we are already from last year, this was a program started last year. So, and we have already a waiting list. So you need to be patient with us because this is a process in terms then to match the mentees with the mentors. But believe me, the feedback from last year was awesome. So scan, and if you're not a member, go first to the membership and do the mentorship and then do the application. Thank you.
So we had a great time tonight. Every single month we meet back here in Scandinavia House. And I would love for Marcella, our president, to talk about upcoming programming for the next couple of months and beyond.
Thank you. I'm going to get used to that, the president. Okay, so we have, can you, the slide movement? Okay, so apart from everything that you just heard, mentorship, Speaker University, Phil M. Jones retreat, every month we meet here on a Friday from 1 to 3:30, and we bring you the best speakers in the industry. The first chapter meeting, which is September 13th, we will hear from Sylvie De Giusto. She is a global speaker, and she actually just won a global award for her presentation on neuroscience. You don't want to miss that one. Then October, we have Mark LeBlanc, also an excellent speaker. Everything is on our website. If you come for the first time, which none of you will qualify, but if anybody wants to come for the first time, you get a discounted code. If you are a member, there's no cost for you to attend. So I'm going to follow Anna's steps and say, become a member. Before I go, I do want to say something really quickly. I want to thank my board of directors, because none of this would have happened without every single person who serves on the board. So if you are part of the board of directors this year, please stand up. So we have Adam, Anna, Scott, Sharon, Jan, Chitra, Valeria, Beth, Miss Robin, our media past president who stayed with us. Yes. Kate. I already said Adam. I said Adam first. Adam, you were the first one as the first male. Kate, Diane, and Courtney. And if you are a past president, please stand up. Past presidents. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. I wanted to take a minute to acknowledge all of you because we are volunteers. And everything that you see, everything that is prepared, everything that is put together is from a volunteer basis. So thank you so much.
So we got a couple more slides, a couple more things to share with you tonight. In addition to Speaker Hugh and Phil Jones and the monthly meetings and the mentorship program, we've got Robin Hatcher, our past president, as the leader of this year's mastermind sessions. So if you can come up and share what those are and what people can expect. Ms. Robin.
Hello, welcome everybody. So there's this old Buddhist saying that you cannot see your own eyebrows. Because think about it, like before mirrors, you couldn't see your own eyebrows. So what Mastermind is a mirror for you and your speaking business.
You're speaking
So that,
eyebrows.
I'm sorry?
You're speaking business eyebrows.
Yes, it's the speaking business eyebrows. Whether they're plucked, whether they're gray, whether they're, they're fat or whatever. So what that means is we gather once a month and you can lean in to the brain power of everyone else's eyebrows. Because as speakers, we don't always, and as humans actually, we do not do things creatively all the time. What we do is we do what is comfortable. We do what is habitual, and we often don't see the forest or the trees. So Mastermind is an opportunity for you to gather with brilliant minds and get insights, share resources. If you have a story that you want to share, if you have a question that you want to ask. Some of us have just had an amazing experience at our national conference of influence. We took in so much information, so much resources that we can share with you during Mastermind. So it's a wonderful opportunity for you to grow, to expand your speaking business, and to take a look at your own eyebrows.
We have Beth Granger, who is in charge of this year's master classes, an entire set of programming, virtual, for any of our members to attend. So if you'd mind sharing, Beth.
Absolutely. So it might be a little confusing. Mastermind, masterclass, what's the difference? The master classes are virtual interviews. I bring subject matter experts, and we dig deep into topics. So for instance, our September session is with a sales expert. We're going to talk about cold calling. We're going to talk about sales conversations. Other topics coming up include TEDx. Should you do it? If you do it, where should you do it? All those kinds of things. We're also going to have an expert on protecting your intellectual properties and your contracts and the legal aspects of what we do. So all sorts of amazing topics coming up. It's virtual. You can do it in your fuzzy slippers, as I like to say, and your fuzzy eyebrows. And your fuzzy eyebrows. I'm stuck.
So lastly, I want to bring up our Director of Membership, Adam, to talk to us about what being a member means, how you can become a member. So please, Adam.
Thank you.
This life.
Thank you very much. So, how many people here are visitors, once again?
Woo!
It's a great event today, and what we're here today to do, of course, was to listen to the panelists. So what do you get when you join NSA NYC? Monthly in-person chapter meetings and networking. So the chapter meetings are great, and again, the panelists were awesome. But your network around you, of the people who are members, you can see every month and more. And it's the best thing in the world. It's a great community. We help each other, and maybe you're a more seasoned member. You'll gain something, and you can give something. So we appreciate all you visitors coming, and we hope to see you again. Now, other things that you're going to get include virtual monthly mastermind sessions, virtual monthly master classes. Both were just up here, and they are great at what they do. Beth and Robin are amazing. Opportunity to join Speaker U at a discount. Once you're a member, you get a few $100 discounted off when you join Speaker U. And Casey, who's not here today, is great. Chitra is awesome as well, and she went through that process. Priority access to Phil Jones' Mastermind Retreat. And that I have not done yet, but as Kate mentioned, it's phenomenal. Access to recordings of all chapter meetings and master classes. So of course, you might not be able to attend a meeting you wanted to. You can still get that information from the recordings. There's a lot more that come with the membership. If you scan the QR code, you will find that. For joining, it's $85 a month. You get a free month if you join the year for $9.25, and I recommend it. If you have any questions in the future, now, whenever, you can contact myself or Aisha. Our emails are right there, and I'm here right now, so I'm here to do it.
So lastly, we must give a special thanks to our host venue. This is a beautiful space. We're at the Scandinavia House. We're here every single month, and we love it. They treat us well. We're happy to be here. We want to thank Kareem, our videographer. Thank you all to smile at him as he's coming around the room. We've got John D'Amato as our photographer. He is fantastic. Oh, hello, John. impressive team. That is Marcella's company. They handle all the PowerPoint, the social media marketing, all of the flyers. There's a lot of work to put all of that together. So thank you so much to the culture